Not whoa. Sorry. You know. Okay, my friends, welcome to another episode of The Farm Club. Now, let's just jump straight in it. There was a question on my channel. There was actually an email on my channel, in my email address, in my inbox, where a person asked me, hey man, in short, I'm paraphrasing, of course, as I do often, how to climb as Yorick from Emerald to Diamond. Now, I gotta give you an answer that is... Whoops, I actually have to do this. I gotta give you an answer that might not be too satisfying to you, because it's just, you shouldn't climb if you... No, you shouldn't play Yorick if you want to climb, long story short. Because for a long time I've been fighting this, and I kind of thought in my mind, it's just people being doomers, and, Yorick is okay. But if you go... Okay. If you go anywhere... Okay, gotta be careful here. If I wait 5 seconds... Oh. Okay, I gotta focus here a bit. If you go on Reddit, for example, you will see that people actively participate in the thought process which says, that you cannot climb as Yorick. Because Yorick is effed somehow. Whoops, okay. Yorick is somehow effed. Okay. There we go, that was quite... Whoops, I think they can do it. Nah, too far. Yeah. Okay, interesting. I do have mana. Somehow she allows... Whoop. Man, he didn't even get the jump. He was shot down. That aerial defense system over there for her. People believe that Yorick is for the vibes. You should play Yorick if you want to farm. You should play Yorick if you want low cortisol gameplay. If you want to climb seriously in League of Legends, there are many other champions that... because the email said that Diamond is their dream rank. And, oops, I need to get these. The Diamond is apparently their dream, rank. Nah, I don't think I survived this. Maybe. Nah. And if you want, there's a bunch of reasons why I say this, why I say that Yorick isn't a good champion to climb on, but all of those reasons are above my pay grade. It's so complicated, I don't even want to get into that. But it is the conventional wisdom, and again, if you want to climb, just pick another champion. Yorick is for farming. Yorick is for low cortisol gameplay, okay? Whoops. Man, she's so lucky. She's so lucky that she didn't get smacked down by those ghouls twice, by the way. Twice, by the way. But it's all good. I can get some luck. I can deal with some luck. Whoops. I thought that I'm going to have level 6 here. There we go. That should have been a hit, but it's all good. So long story short, yeah. Do I say no, don't play Yorick? No. Just don't try to climb with him. Whoops. There we go. I'll take a little bit of your health. Just don't try to climb with him. There are some kind of systematic problems with him as a climbing champion. And you might be thinking, hey man, but he's picked in pro. Not really, because he's sort of picked like a very niche... Oh, I think if that ghoul dies and I press that ignite button, she did. Right? Right? Yeah, that's kind of easy. She was jumping around like on fire, She was literally on fire and jumping around. That was so fitting, the way she used her ult over there, man. That's so funny. I like it. Now, that being said, the email asked me about tips on how to basically do better on Yorick. And I can answer that. I can tell you, I personally would look at your match history and see in how many of the games you have 10 CS per minute. And and just pump those numbers up and see where you land. Because I have this suspicion that Yorick is such a linear champion with no skill, almost no micro expression. He only has macro expression. And he is such a linear champion that a simple stat like CS per minute, in the grand scheme of all statistical matches, not caring about anything, it's just going to land you in diamond. That is my opinion. I think that that's clear. You can ignore everything and it's going to just land you in diamond. That's my theory, my personal theory, which is, open to being disproven. But it's very, very tough for a Yorick OTP to climb because all of the counter picks and all kinds of, probs that Yorick has. But if you want to just farm and play low cortisol gameplay, I invite you to play Yorick. 100%. Okay? Because Yorick is the only champion who can actually ignore his team. Does she know about us? Up. Almost. Ghouls. They going. The boys be going. The boys are back in town. Okay. You know what I don't like? Did she get this? I think... Oh, too slow. Too slow, honestly. Did she flash? I think she flashed. Oh, Maiden, please. 1, 2... Yeah, she survives. We're getting the grubs. And, I would just focus on that. I know there's a lot to be said about, like, we could review the games and think, okay, what could have you done here? What could have you done here? What could have you done here, right? Stuff like that. But I just want to keep it very simple. Not just simple, but very simple, okay? And say, please, if you don't have 10 CS per minute on average in matches, review those matches heavily. Okay, just very, very heavily review them. And think, what could I have done? Now, one thing that's funny about this match is... Okay. This is why Karma top. I don't know. One thing that's really funny about this match, and funny in the sense that weird, the word funny means, when you laugh, and also, whoops. Okay, got hit there. Oh my lord. I can't get hit by that. Oh, I shouldn't have released Maiden, actually. I'll get... No, it's all good. yeah, it's fine. So the funny thing is that I am going to get the item that you see, okay? Actually, you already saw that above my head. I forgot about it. I didn't even need to tell you what I'm about to buy because the cubes did it. And you might be thinking, man, the boy has lost it. The boy has lost it. And so here's the reason why I get it. Let's compare it to one of my favorite items that is my current recommendation, which is Profane Hydra. Let's compare it against that. Profane Hydra is just a tiny bit cheaper, but here's the huge difference. It's the mana. Profane Hydra, when you have these runes, you very, very quickly run out of mana. And since I don't want to buy any kind of like mana items, usually, I don't even want to buy boots, honestly, when I'm playing top. I need mana, right? I need it. Yorick just, he runs out of it. I would say at this point, I would have 50% mana. And in terms of farming, that's a big problem because when you don't have TP, whoops, and when you just don't want to straight up just go back for no reason. The ghouls are going to run, yeah. If you don't want to just straight up go back for no reason, let's take this. Then you can stay, whoops. And no reason, of course, I mean mana problems, right? That's I would consider that to be no reason because, come on, if you're going back because you don't have mana, you might be Anivia, but you might also, you might have to... Calm down. She wants to get these ghouls. I'll let her use the mana. I don't care. Okay, she actually warded it. I'm a little bit careful. I'm a little bit scared of that Zed. Okay, there we go. Finally, that Zed could actually attack me from the other side. So first of all is the mana. Second of all, a little bit more cooldown reduction, and third of all, the crits and the Spellblade, they actually make you farm, I dare to say, almost as fast as Profane Hydra while having all the mana, right? Whoops, almost. Almost as fast. Not as fast. I will be very careful and say that no, it's not as fast, because Tiamat is very, very hard to... Whoopsie daisies, got hit. It's very hard to win versus the Tiamat, right? I should have actually ignited and smacked. But, Tiamat item, I mean. But it's, man, this is such a top-land game. Nothing's happening. No ganks. This guy actually ganked, so not really a top-land game. Okay. Okay. Let's get these really quickly and to get that tower if she allows me to, of course. I forgot where I left that sentence. In any case, this is a good item for farming. It's like, and isn't that a sigh? What is? I don't know. I know that that word, but I don't know how it's pronounced. It's a thing that you harvest crops from, and I just now realized it. Don't think I buy it just because of that. A bunch of you are gonna say, "Man, this guy, he wants to farm so much. He's imagining value in an item." Which is, you know, kind of funny, and I'll take it, I guess. Whoops. But I forget when I left the sentence before. In any case, I was trying to explain how this is as a farming item pretty good. There we go. Oh man, yeah, I have to fight. I have to fight her on this because I'll probably get the stuff anyway. And as you can see, maybe she's not really used to her champion. I don't know. She doesn't feel like she's healing abilities as much as people usually do. And maybe that's why I'm having easy time here. But I'm telling you, I would be back already. Look at my mana. I would have been back like 3 times before this. And you can spam your W, you can spam your E, you can spam things. Whoopsie daisies, there we go. Oh, actually, smack. Did I land that? Nope. Ooh, who is coming here? Somebody's there. Somebody's coming. Is that Fizz? Actually, no. Man, it might have been my own teammate doing that. That's how much I, pay attention. So, obviously the one big drawback of this item is the fact that you're dead, right? If wind blows, you're dead. If coffee cup, falls on the ground, you're dead. So if any kind of shaking happens, you're dead. Any kind of microaggression, somebody says something about feminism, boom, you're dead. Immediately. Boosted Team Master D1. What's going on there? Boosted team, he says. Whoops, she has a shield. She has that shield. Pretty dangerous. And yeah, you can sit until the cows come home, okay? And going back to the question about how to climb as Yorick, man, I really don't, no offense, I just don't want to think. I want to be a casual player, Yorick player, who just enjoys farming, the occasional smack talk, the occasional skip-it-pop, all that jazz, and just low cortisol. I want to play this game. I'm the only, okay, I'm not going to say I'm the only one, but I want to play this game as it's supposed to be played. It's in the name. It's a game, okay? And the fact that people struggle to have fun with a game is, I don't want to say it's sad, but I want to say it's something, One more thing about this item is that if you are doing a single target farming, like a Gromp or a buff or something, whoops, it does it faster than the Tiamat. Excuse me, the Profane Hydra. Man, I keep saying Tiamat when I say Profane Hydra. Then it does it faster. Man, it's such a top-land game. Nothing's happening. The team is ignoring. Her towers are blowing up. Nobody gives a F. Now, that's a game I like to play. That's a match that I enjoy. You could say, hey man, then play 1v1. You can't really play 1v1 because people are locked into these rules about 1v1s. For example, you have to, like, it's only for until you, whoops, okay, I'm going. He doesn't want to go. Very good, very good. That's pretty funny. Not top land anymore, though. Okay. They have these rules about 1v1s. They say that, nah, we're not going to play like a Yorick. Because a real 1v... You know what 1v1s should be? We should petition to change 1v1s to? Playing it out thoroughly, because then Yorick will not lose a single 1v1. Because imagine playing mid, right? Let's say you die against a Lux. You just release Maiden. And then you sit mid, and the only thing you need to do... Okay, careful. The only thing you need to do... I think they are playing against each other here. Dark Naruto. Well played me, Aladdin. Embarrassing. Was he saying embarrassing before? I think he was. Huge butt and fast and rep. No offense. Come on, guys. Please. Let's just be casual players here. Let's just... Not, whoa, okay. Let's just have, no, let's not be casual players, but let's have the mindset of a casual player who's just a guy who has fun. You know, I'm not saying I'm that, because I'm clearly not a casual player, because I do have, whoops. Sorry, man. Whoa. That was not good. That was a surprise, honestly. I'm not gonna, whoops, I'm not gonna say it was a dope ooh. No, I can't. Too much. This is what I meant when I said that wind blows and you die. This wasn't really wind, but it, you know. Here's the deal. If you play for farm and for the stuff I mentioned, it's like... It's not trolling. It doesn't mean that you're playing against your team or something. It's just that you focus very simply. You sit in the bush, you wait. Okay, there's a timer. I probably get this, and then we start fighting for the Krugs, right? Man, 1k. That's a pretty big crit with 2 items, isn't it? And then we start fighting for this. And then I heal a little bit. I get the mana back. There's a lot of things that just feel... not mechanical, but granular. Like there are these games where you have, I think they're called idle clickers. This is not an idle clicker. Don't quote me on, oh man, Mr. Poker said that your gameplay is an idle clicker game. But there is that aspect, especially if you're ahead and there's no they gank you rarely. I've been ganked a couple of times this match, but not... Whoa. Sorry. You know, I know you wanted to gank me, but the idle clicker game... Okay, this is pretty funny. That was a number, okay? That was actually a number. That was a number, yeah. It wasn't a one-shot, but it definitely shut down the gank, if they wanted to call it that. I think Aurora should have done it sooner, you know. I think I have to go back now. She knows I have no health. I could actually bait her with exhaust, but I can come back with TP pretty quickly. So I'll just do that. In the top lane, I got a prob. I don't know what boots to buy, so I'm just gonna get the Gluttonous Greaves. What the F is that? What the F was that speed? And now Zed is here. That's sad. Yeah, that's sad. It was funny how fast I went there, but just as sad was the ending. I can't help but feel like the reason that I died there was because I got sped up so much. I got too excited and I overextended. Don't you think? Okay. Let's see, maybe I can get something done over here. That's a clone, lady. That's a clone, milady. They don't have vision. Smack. That smack was enough for him to immediately flash. That's also kind of funny because he probably wouldn't have, you know, there was no way for me to reach him actually. But it's sometimes it's a shock, you know, when you do this. Okay. Okay. Careful, careful. I actually read a... Let's see, yeah, Zed is coming. Zed is coming. He's coming. Oh god, I don't know if I can survive this. Yeah, man. So I was doing my daily walk, and we have this urban area that is basically just an area in Riga where they build new things. And they build very uncharacteristically expensive buildings there, like banks and those real estate agencies. They build those there, and they look pretty good. And I like to walk there because it's like very expansive. It's like this huge architecture that lets you feel like, oh wow, there's a lot of space here, you know. And there, it's like this very officey area where you have there's a feeling of work there, okay? And there's a new fence that just got put up there. And on that fence, there's a graffiti that says, how does 9 to 5 feel? How does it feel to 9 to 5? In Latvian, it's more like that. How does it feel to 9 to 5? But it's shorter and more like punchy. Basically, you know, ha ha ha, you're working. Something like that, you know. When I was 17, I might have written something like that. And I thought to myself, and this is new for me personally, I thought to myself, it feels very good. Honestly, whoops, I need to go there. I see an opportunity and I squander it. It's all good. 1.3k crit on minions. That's quite high. I don't understand how the math works on that. It's probably the Spellblade plus this, something like that. Okay, she might actually die because of the cannon minion. Okay. Okay. Man, she lost quite a lot. Now it makes even more sense to use wall on towers because of the Spellblade, right? Whoops, there he goes. There he goes. And all his health is back for some reason. And I thought to myself, it feels very good. Because let me tell you something about me. When I was 18, 19, 20, I thought, man, I'm never going to work 9 to 5. I'm going to have a creative job. I'm going to do this and that. I'm going to be free. And I was for a long time. Very cool. Highly recommend. I see that as one of my successes, by the way, in life. Having never, you know, the fact that I didn't really work a real 9 to 5. But here's the rub. I recently started doing 9 to 5 at home just because I wanted to focus on a real routine. And let me tell you, it feels better. It just feels like that's the way. And keep in mind, people sometimes say, oh, we have been conditioned to do the 9 to 5. That's why it feels okay. No. For 10, whatever, 12 years or a long time, I haven't done the 9 to 5 ever. And now I started doing it and it feels good. It feels like, okay, it's 9, it begins, right? I focus and it feels good. It feels like I can trust myself, you know what I mean? And I wanted to answer that question. It feels pretty okay, you know, and paste all the transcript of all the things that I said. Just, whoops, man, I can't, you know, I only have E. Guys, I only have E. Okay. Yeah, I thought that's the enemy. Kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. Okay. By the way, top lane Yorick smacks more than mid lane Yorick because he can be 2 levels ahead of opponents, right? So that means that his Q can be even smackier. So I should probably go back to top, playing top. You know what I mean? Oops. Almost. Not really. Okay. I need to smack him. That's what you get for trying to smack. But I did ignite him. Ignite works with the 5%. So if you ever have Ignite, you have to get the Collector as well. Long story short, the 9 to 5 feels better than the absolute freedom that I was operating under. 1.5k, that's I gotta say that's a smack. That's a pretty big smack, if you ask me. I think I'm just gonna push this with ghouls and take these just as a gift to myself. Yeah, look at that smacking. Look at that smacking that's going on there. Do I need to TP to the Baron? I think I might have to, actually. Or are they good? It's 4v... Nah, they're not even doing it. I don't know. Let me just release Maiden mid so she takes the inhibitor. And I can take the bottom inhibitor and then we just win after we get the Baron. Just some macro Yorick decisions here. Gotta be careful though. The Zed is gonna, you know, he will run here. 100% he's gonna run here. Oh, how many hits is that? 2? Whoopsie daisies, Mr. Zed. Okay. Maiden finishing the job. Not really finishing though. Starting the job. 1.5k is... It's a respectable number, I have to say. In a sense, this pushes even faster than with Profane build, because you usually can't clear the cannon minion that fast. You know? Okay, Karma, I have the Shield Reaver. Oh, wow. Sixth Sense or what? That's strong. Man, Zed is gonna kill me now. It's gonna be kind of embarrassing, honestly. But I'm just gonna end that prob. I'm just gonna end that prob right over there. It's unlucky that she actually TP's back, because that TP, you know what it means? Okay. Almost. Okay, mister. I don't yet have the whoop. There we go. A little bit of slow here and there. I don't yet have the... actually don't even know what I meant to say. There's Zed. Oh. He's gonna go here. No, he's not. He's just gonna fight the clown. So as a structure, yeah. 9 to 5, pretty cool. Pretty cool. You know, 4 hours of work, 1 hour of resting, and 4 hours of work. Whoa, 1.7k. That's probably with together with this, and that's not even yet it. I can sell boots and get Infinity Edge, can't I? Whoops. Oh God, I gotta be careful here because it's gonna be kind of embarrassing. Yeah, well, it's not. It's all good. Didn't have Maiden, didn't have nothing. Smacked him. He says exhaust cringe. Man, it's not cringe. It's, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let me just go right ahead over here and see how much of a crit this is. 2k. I'll take it. I'll take 2k. Obviously he does He doesn't have... He has 0 armor, right? By the way, why does he have 0 armor? What? Is that a... No, that's a ghoul that I clicked on. 1.9. Okay. That's... This build... You got to think about it. Is it viable? Is it bad? Is it good? What's going on with it? I'll say this, you know. Probably don't try it. I'm just telling you. I want to play Yorick casually. I want to look at items once in a while. I want to see what works. I want to see what doesn't work, you know, etc., etc. For some reason, this game is really dragging on. Really dragging on. Oops. I can't... The problem is, I probably can't kill him. If he doesn't play carelessly. Okay. And obviously ghouls don't benefit from crits, so it's an insanely, in a sense, an insanely stupid decision to do that, right? So, but I still feel like, what if I crit for 2k somebody? And somebody types, hey man, Q is 2k for you. What's going on? It's similar to Darius, but Darius is stronger. Darius crit build is stronger. Nah, I can't go there. I'm not the Yorick that you were promised, okay? Full HP tank. Bro. That's exactly what I meant. She thinks I'm tank, but that's not the Yorick. This is the Yorick you were promised. No. You were promised a different Yorick, but this is the Yorick that you got. It's again not the Yorick that you were promised, but it is the Yorick that you got. Okay, so now we have to finally win. It's gonna be the Elder. I need to release Maiden Bot. We need to dance around the jungle, and we just need to win. That's it. This is the last minute of the match, I would say. Because this has gone on long enough. Long enough. Let me just hide on a bush somewhere. They definitely will check this bush, so I'm not even going to sit in that one. Okay. I need to walk somehow so that they don't see me or something, you know? There we go. It's actually not that good. You see what I mean when I say that vision is everything late game? It kind of makes me think that I should have gotten something else instead of the collector. Did you see what happened here? That was... There we go. That's the clone. Victor seems pretty weak, I gotta say. No offense. Sometimes Victor's late game, they feel like, oh, he just runs around and smacks everybody, you know? But now, this doesn't feel like that at all. Whoops. I'm actually probably gonna TP to bot. And I think I might get the Nexus if Jhin is weak enough. Oh. I think we need to smack this real easily. Well, not easily, it's how it seems. Is this game finally over? I think that's Zed when he... Smack. That was a good smack. He doesn't attack me because of... You know why. Whoops, there we go. Because of that Guardian's Angel. Weird ending to the match. Should have probably ended way sooner. But I'm not gonna make you suffer too much. And I'm gonna cut it in such a way that it's easier for you to watch. Because a lot of things happen just when you... oops. Actually, yeah, Mr. Shaco, don't troll this, please. Enough trolling. That Anivia, when she used that hourglass, that was... That was interesting. Well, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you next time.